meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players.
There he goes. Gets it past the marker. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Fresh off its best season since the Pony Express era, Rhett Lashley really had SMU humming, but they lost the ACC championship game, got beat in the playoff, and now to see how they'll respond.
Finish. That's been the thing that they've talked about all off season. They're going to try to carry into this year. Obviously, you take one game at a time. You've got to finish games. You've got to finish seasons. If they do that, David, they think they can have...
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it on the read. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. Got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to...
And that one is picked up in the end zone. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Lewis wants to pass. Got a man, it's Thompson. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. You can win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how long's it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without big-time recruits.
No, but he has got great balance on offense. Very, very creative on that side of the football. And over the years, whoever's been the head coach and play caller, that's one thing they've seemed to do. They're a very, very tough out year in, year out.
Explosive offense. That's what you always expect. No matter who plays, come and go, these offenses are always fun to watch, high-flying, and put up a bunch of points.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, You want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't want that speed to get to the outside.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. The give to the tailback. Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, give on the inside.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Escapes trouble, and he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Hudson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Uncorks one. On target to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, SMU! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end. was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Third down coming up after the completion. Making side adjustments here. Lewis wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Oh, better look out! Quarterback gets past the marker. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Maryland. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Mustangs line it up with a first and goal. It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you make a turn quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his hands.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Mustangs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Moving out of the pocket. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they get him down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Tigers have a first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Lewis to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking for the score. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they made the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
So now it's 2nd and long. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Lewis wants to pass. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Leaves it with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Now on 1st down from the 28.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. And the Mustangs coming to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Got enough for the 1st. The Mustangs get it past the sticks.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
To throw, it's Jennings. Makes the catch. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Harden. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's loose. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. And a first down. The Mustangs once backed up. Of their own goalpost have put quite a drive together. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. It's a seam wide open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. It's Jennings. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, SMU! They take the lead with the 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. They want to run it left here. It's a running room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Right back to the well. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Got his man. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And I think think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's got it. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone leader. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Go straight ahead. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off?
The Sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point if we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They think there's room to run to the right here.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they'll put it in play. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll run the counter. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. Back open in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Lewis wants to pass. Floats it out in space. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This to jump into the lead in the final minute. And that is no good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg strength.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Wants to pass, the clock an enemy. Catch in the middle, it's Harden. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Harden. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating plays back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Quarterback making checks. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been fun.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they score first here in overtime.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To the air, it's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And the extra point is good. Now first down here in the second overtime. Off-play action on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got the ball first in overtime, and not much has gone according to plan. It's 3rd and 11. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, SMU. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man quickly. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Let's go. Break. Single. Set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Memphis. That ties it up here in double OT, and now they can win it.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Lewis to throw. Under fire. They don't get it. A great stop by the defense, and we will play a 3rd overtime. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. They'll go to the air. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat.
This is like a heavyweight fight. Both of these teams have been trading blows back and forth. At the end, it's this offense delivering the knockout blow, getting that 2-point conversion for the win.
How awesome of a game, though. Back and forth, so many highs, so many lows, and fitting. It comes down to the last play of the football game, and not surprisingly, the offense executes and gets the win.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this 2-point try. Trying play action. They are stopped on the 2-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. Lewis wants to pass. That's it. That's the ball game. The 2-point try is a winner in OT. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they were today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.